Hey guys, this is Captain Corn with Elite Mods and Casey Reed Photography, and today I'm going to be doing is showing you how to watermark your images for copyright purposes and also for advertising and just pretty much anything that you want to do as far as adding a transparent watermark that's visible on your picture as well as copyright information. So what I've got here is I have a picture from a couple's engagement session, and the first thing I'm going to do is do the copyright information that is going to attach itself to the photo when I save it. So we're going to go to File, File Info, and then Document Title will say John and Sarah's engagement. Author, we'll put Captain Corn, which is me. We'll leave this stuff blank, and you can add that stuff in later. Copyright notice, you can add that. I'm going to put my website, www.caseyreed.com. Okay, we've got that, and then if you always want to change, ever want to change it, you can go back, and that information will still stay there. And you do need to do this for each individual file or photo, because this is something that's only per picture, per file. It doesn't do it for Photoshop in general. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer from my watermark, and I'm going to use the text tool for this one. I'm just going to use typical Times New Roman, and we're going to put the name of my company, which is Casey Reed Photography. Okay, and enter, and then going to, and I'm using a lot of key commands here to change the tools. And then if you want to adjust the size, you can actually adjust the size wise from in the text thing up here, what size you're using. I prefer to do it with the free transform method. That way I can size it up exactly the size I want. If you grab the corner and do it like this, it's going to mess with the proportions of it. If you hold the Shift key, it will lock in the proportions. And if you hold down the Option key, this is on Macintosh, which would be the Alt key on Windows, it will keep it centered for you if you hold down both of them, or if you just hold the Alt or Option key, it will keep it centered but allow you to change the orientation of it. So I'm going to do it like this for this purposes. I think I want to put it about this size. I can always adjust it again later. And I'm going to go ahead and drag it down here. I think I want to put it down here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and change the blending mode to hard light, and I'm going to bring my fill all the way down to 0. Then I'm going to double click on the layer itself to bring up the layer styles, and I'm going to use bevel and emboss. I think for this method I want to use an outer bevel. I think it looks best and it shows up a little bit better depth wise, and you can just adjust the depth and the size according to how you want to do it to get it to show up more but still be sleek and discreet, so that it still doesn't take too much away from the photo. Let's go ahead and soften that up a little bit. And you can mess with this different stuff down here, you know, pick different ones, whatever you like accordingly. Let me see. That one's a little bit too light. That one looks good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the standard one. And then you can mess with this stuff as well as far as how much you want it to show up. I think I'm going to put that back in 75. I don't want to do contour. Go ahead and do that, and that's about it. Now you got it, and then if I want, I can always move this around. I can still change the size of it if I want to, make it bigger or smaller. And then if you want to, even you can blend the layers. You can go to Edit, Layer Merge Visible, and it'll merge it all into one. So if you do this, you won't be able to go back later and edit if you want. And what I recommend doing is keeping all of your images that you edit saved in a separate file, and save the Photoshop files so that the actual photo has separate layers from all the editing that you've done on top of it, whether it be color adjustments or watermarks or any digital rendering or manipulating of the images. That way you always have the original that you can go back to should you decide that you want to change something, or that you want the original for whatever purposes. That's my recommendation. So that's about it. You guys can check out my website, caseyreed.com. I'm local to Dallas if you guys need any photography stuff, or any questions as far as Photoshop. This is going to be the first tutorial of Photoshop. Guys, keep your eyes out for more to come.